Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. It's Dawg Chug Madness with Bigfoot Roger First and the Mad Dog Andy Manchin. Dollar Tall Boys. All you can eat food. Presented by Network 216 and sponsored by Homage and Underdog Fantasy. You won't want to miss this. Children will be scarred, but you'll have a good time. Join us at the Dawg Chug.
Wow.
That was exactly like I dreamt.
It was a lot of. Oh yeah, you
That was
dreamed
brilliant.
that you did a intro, right? With that voice.
I did, man. I did. I sent you a thing in the DMs. I was like, Ross, I had a dream you did a monster truck rally intro for the Dawg Chug. And that was the voice you used.
Yeah,
it was
you
just like
drink
us.
and sleep
Yeah.
Dawg Chug. That's what you do.
Can you please dream that the Browns are going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Yeah. Yeah, among other things. But yeah, definitely. Because we got a great show tonight.
I am really excited. I'm back to drinking beer.
Man, I'm excited too. Salute.
I've had beer in about 2 weeks, so I'm really excited. Christian, let's go. Yeah, let's get some energy. This is going to be fun. I got beer all over my keyboard. This is great. But it's going to be a really fun show. Roger, Ross, thank you for being here. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. It feels like it's been a long time since we've done this for some reason. Am I alone?
Well, you haven't drank for a week and you skipped 2 episodes. So when you don't drink, you pretty much miss an episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, this show sucks when I don't drink.
It really does. Anyway, let's get started with updating the news. A lot has happened in the past week. So Dawg Chug's going to break it down for all our viewers. We're going to kind of explain what's happened in the previous week so that you know everything that's going on in the sports world. It's going to be amazing. So this is the Dawg Chug update. Ross, let's get it started.
All right. Andrew Berry admitted he's eager to get Deshaun Watson behind center for the Cleveland Browns, but that he doesn't expect Watson to shoulder everything. Asked if he means the Browns would continue focusing on a rushing attack with Nick Chubb, AB said, "Fuck no, are you high? We just spent like $800 million on that bitch. He better be goddamn Superman on the field. I just meant in addition to his throwing arm, he's going to have to use his legs too."
Wow. The Indianapolis Colts fired Frank Reich. And a surprise move, hired Jeff Saturday to take over. Was I surprised? You know what? Not to be honest with you, not really. After I turned Jim Irsay down, basically because I didn't want to have to head and move to that trash city, I figured out they're going to have to scrape pretty deep in the barrel. And Jeff must have been pretty desperate.
Wow. That is crazy. Wyatt Teller was faced with a difficult decision this week when he had to choose between driving his 8-month pregnant wife to her baby shower in Virginia or rehabbing his injured calf to be ready to play Sunday. He chose football to much bitter outrage. But as someone that has just had his second kid and coming off an 8-month pregnant wife of my own, where just traveling to like Costco was an ordeal, let alone going on an 8-hour road trip. Well done, Wyatt Teller. After signing a long extension with the Cleveland Browns, you continue to make sound decisions.
There's good news this week. Denzel Ward returned from practice Monday. The bad news is, yesterday, while twisting off the cap of his Great Lakes Christmas ale last night, Ward's knuckle cracked, which sent him right back into concussion protocol for another 3 weeks.
Oh, man. AB gave a ringing endorsement to Kevin Stefanski during the bye week, saying that his confidence in Kevin is as strong today as the day the Browns hired him to be the head coach. Asked if this means he believes the Browns can finish strong and still make the playoffs this season, AB said, "Fuck no, we're toast. I just plan to keep Kevin around because he sucks a little bit less than Prefer and Woods. So I'll use those two bozos as the fall guys this season. Kevin will take the hit in 2023, and I can coast as GM until at least 2024. 5 years of doing a job I'm completely unqualified for is not too shabby."
Wow. Excellent pronunciation of Prefer. That was great.
I
NFL
nailed it.
announces that they've flexed in the Kansas City Chiefs Los Angeles Chargers game on November 20th, which means what game got flexed out? You guessed it, the Cincinnati Bengals in Pittsburgh. That's right, Steeler fans. You had a primetime game, but the NFL in its search for ratings said pass. Look, for the past 20 years, I've proclaimed the Steelers are going to suck every year. And every fucking year, I'm a little bit off. Well, guess what, Steeler fans? Your aging defense that lacks a punch, a running back who makes Trent Richardson look like he excels in vision, a quarterback whose hands are smaller than a Lego figure. I know shitty football teams in Pittsburgh. You are going down the toilet bowl fast. And Dawg Chug is going to love every second of it. So cheers to the NFL signaling just how bad things have gotten to our neighbors to the southeast.
Yeah,
Salute.
cheers to that.
And that is the Dawg Chug update.
Wow. My email's going to be loaded. Biggest homer.
No one watches the show, so you'll be fine, bud.
It was awesome.
Hey, there's a lot less fake news after the elections yesterday, right?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
It's gonna be so much less fake news, right? Yeah.
Man, I thank God that's over. There's a judge I didn't vote for strictly because she had one of them door knockers. They were in my driveway, like stuck to the rain. And it was stuck. I had it chiseled up, and I saw the name, and I said, there goes your vote, sweetheart. So I voted for the other. That was it. That's all it took.
That's how you vote for people?
That's right. It's either that or would I have a beer with this person? One or the other. If you litter in my driveway, forget it. But my other criteria is would I sit down and have a beer with that person? That's usually how I judge who I'm voting for.
So would that mean you would vote for me, Roger?
Absolutely, Andy. I vote for you any day of the
There you
week.
go.
Yeah.
I promise not to litter in your driveway.
Even.
All right. I think we have a little bit of an homage ad read, which I think we should get Sherry in here.
We would. You know what? Last week, I didn't vote for you last week because you blew me away with the homage ad read, the contest. You had the homage swaddling cloth ad that you read.
Right.
And he earned a 0 anti-acid ranking. You took down my little Dawg Chug lead, 2 anti-acid power rankings with plenty of room to spare. So now I need to step it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so tonight I'm not tugging on your heartstrings. What I got is a tall tale of hope. We all know homage brings back the old school, brings back the vintage, and it's brought back the vintage athlete in me. I put on some homage gear, and it's like the fountain of youth for me. I'm like Don Amici and Wilford Brimley and Cocoon out there. Check out this video. Ross, put this video up. In the past, I'm hanging in the backyard with my boys, and it don't matter if we play hoops, football, baseball. When I join them, they take me to school, blocking my shots, tackling me for a loss, striking out. It don't matter. I played awful. I looked awful. My gear was old and as tired as I was. I had no moves. I was taking head fakes. I look like ex-Nick, Jerome Big Snacks James out there. Kids out there snapping my ankles. Look at that. It's embarrassing. Then I clicked on Network 216. I clicked on the homage ad. Now my kids are taking L's as I take them to school. Old school. Hitting jumpers like Larry Bird and World Be Free. Handles like Pistol Pete. I'm out there now pulling Metal Arc Lemon Harlem Globetrotter ball handling. You asking for the check? Check's in the mail, little type. Oh no, where'd the ball go? Whoop, there I go. Got them frozen like George Iceman Gervin. Don't blink, kid. Here I go. Bye-bye. I got them shook driving the lane like Dr. J to the paint, like Brad Doherty. Wham! With the right hand. Wearing homage gear. Donovan Mitchell comic book tee. And here, wait for it. I put on my Browns Pierogi t-shirt. I got me breaking tackles using both the Pruitt moves. Rattling teeth like Clay Matthews. Tooth Fairy getting fat on me. Cleaning their little clocks like Joe ain't no jive Turkey Jones. My boys are begging my wife not to buy me Guardians homage gear, but it's happening. I'm homaged up for Browns football. I'm homaged up for Cavs basketball. And this spring, I'm going to be homaged up for Guards baseball. I'll own those little wiffle ball swinging misses like Joey Bell. Way back and gone. These kids can't hang when I'm looking good, feeling good. Putting it on them when I put on my homage gear. Listen, pay homage. Pay up. Like I did. Go to Network 216, click on their homage link. They got a huge sale going on right now. They got a big giveaway. Do it right now. At Network 216, pay homage today.
Wow.
Wow. He put together a video.
Is there a negative anti-acid rating? Like, you have to,
Wow.
Got to be like -1 anti-acid.
Woo! That was
Maybe
5. You know what? I wrote for 5 days, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put it all in there.
It was amazing.
you have been demoted to producer. That's a compliment.
No, thank you.
All right. Well, Sherry,
I am blown away, really. Like, if I could go in the negative, I would.
Do you want to buy a T-shirt?
Of course, because it's going to help me beat small children in various outdoor activities.
Hey, my son Dawson in there, man. He made 7th grade middle school basketball. He's got to wear a tie on game days with a suit jacket. They travel as a team, and he's like, they should make a TikTok out of that. Is what he told me. He wants to be on TikTok because all him and his buddies.
Production value of that video, I'm very, very impressed.
I didn't want to look up. I didn't know if I was timed right. So thanks, guys. That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say you're like heartburn free. Hopefully it's going to last.
That was a pretty sweet shirt, though, I got to say.
True.
Wow. Okay, so what are you giving him?
Yeah.
I guess I can't go below 0. So
I'm going to go back in time and move me up to a 1, and then you can give me a 0.
Now here's the thing: if you ate
give me a 0 with Andy, they bolt the swaddling cloth. I was tugging at my heartstrings. I was crying.
She probably ate pizza before the show. She might need antacids. It might not be because of your ads.
No, I did not have pizza.
I cheated though because mine was a read and Andy ad libs. Andy does it like.
Well, that's why Andy got such a high score.
Fluid. Andy like did it like.
Okay, so you know what I'm going to do, and you're not going to like it, but I'm going to give you a 1.
Oh.
Just because. Well, three reasons. Number 1, your movie reference. Not a good pick. Number 2, you had to read it. Okay, there were only 2 reasons.
Wow.
To be overly nitpicky.
I deserve it. I
would give you a 0, Roger. But I was laughing my ass off.
No, it's really the Cocoon reference. It got under my skin. I'm like,
Donna Michi's awesome in Cocoon. Diabetes. You got
testing supplies.
Like, that's who we know that guy. He's from the Diabetes.
Can you please flag that video for a Chuggy? Because when we do Chuggy,
it's getting cut up. It's getting cut up for Twitter. Twitter Blue. Elon Musk is going to retweet that.
Nice. All right. Well, excellent job, Roger. I went out and bought a bunch of homage myself. There's a big sale today, actually. So go take.
Now I feel really bad.
25% off.
Sorry, Roger.
I won't forget this. Sherry like the wine.
All right. We're going to move on because we got a packed show today. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to bring Jess on for this. So we're all together.
Jess.
Back to the Dawg Chug, Jess. We're going to play a little game. I haven't told any of you about what this game is, so it's going to be a lot of fun. A couple weeks ago, we had our good friend Chuck on the Dawg Chug, who pretty much admitted to having very, very OCD tendencies that prevents him from missing any Guardians pitch. He's such a Guardians fan that he watches every pitch. He can't miss it. He can't miss for anything. So I thought, how fun would it be to play a little game where we could test just how OCD Chuck is? So the 4 of you are going to play against each other. We're going to go one at a time. I'm just going to ask a question, and then we're going to play Chuck's answer to see if you got it right. So I put you guys in alphabetical order. Jess, we're going to start with you. In your opinion, do you think Chuck would miss a Guardians pitch to attend an anniversary dinner with his beautiful wife? And now he did say that sometimes he has to DVR pitches. I did qualify with him. There's no DVRing. You're either missing the pitch to attend the anniversary dinner, or you're saying to your wife, "Sorry, I can't. I got to watch this pitch." So what did he say?
So he's not listening to the game either. It's either no baseball or baseball.
No baseball
one or the other.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's in his best interest to do the wife thing.
Okay, so you're saying he's going to miss the pitch.
He's going to miss the pitch. That's what I'm going to say.
All right, let's play his answer.
That we admit, and we would probably have dinner in the apartment watching the game. happened before, multiple
All right.
times, actually.
Okay, so Josh, you got that one wrong. He said he would have to watch the
I
pitch.
love Chuck, man.
All right, fair enough.
Sorry for the audio quality. It was a little coming in and out, but we'll power through that. Roger, you are up next.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Okay, so would Chuck miss a Guardians pitch if it meant he got a lifetime verification status on Twitter?
If you got a lifetime of what?
Verification status. He got the blue check mark for the rest of his life on Twitter. Doesn't have to pay $8. He gets it for free.
And would he trade that for missing a pitch?
To miss one pitch.
Not in a million years, not Chuck.
All right, let's find out.
I'm not a big fan. Something about missing your team performance. A snap, a dribble. You always got to watch every single one. A blue verification check doesn't mean shit to me. That's the trade-off.
Right.
All right, Roger, you're on the board with one right. Now we're going to move on to Ross. Now, similar to the last question, would he miss the Guardians pitch if it meant he added 100,000 active and legit Twitter followers? He has a podcast that would help him out. Would he miss one pitch to gain 100,000 followers?
He's
That's a tougher one.
no. He would watch the Guardians.
All right, let's see if you're right.
No, Twitter's just not. It's not like that important to me. It's
All right.
He's a man of value.
Ross and Roger are at 1 point. Sherry, you are up next. Okay. Would he miss a Guardians pitch if it meant a loved one in his life is cured of cancer?
Cured?
Yes.
He's not missing that pitch.
Please tell your loved one, sorry, you're going to have to go get just fucked by cancer.
But they survived, I thought.
No. Sorry. Let me would it mean he would miss a pitch so that a loved one would be cured of cancer?
Oh, so, okay. Now I got it. Okay, so his loved one would be magically cured of cancer if he misses a pitch.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to say for that, he misses the pitch.
Wow. You have a lot of faith in Chuck. Okay, let's see if you're right.
and that. Yeah, I think yeah. I think yes.
You gotta think about it.
Sherry, you're on the board. Jess, you are behind 0 to everyone else has 1. So let's get you on the board here. Would Chuck miss a Guardians pitch if he was warned in advance that behind the umpire he would have to witness his parents having sex doggy style?
I don't know. He's probably still going to not miss the pitch. I'm going to say he's going to watch the game anyway.
All right, let's see if Chuck would watch a pitch knowing he's going to have to watch his parents having doggy style sex.
Yeah, I watched the game. I wasn't focused on that. Let's go watch the game.
All right, high ball game. Everyone's at 1. Roger.
Okay.
Chuck miss a pitch if it meant that he would win Monday's $1.9 billion Powerball jackpot.
Man, see, that's tough because he's a man of value and character, but he has a family to think about, man. And he's a man of principle. And I don't know, baseball outweighs what he thinks he can do with that money, man. That's a tough one. I'm going to say he's taking the $1.9 million and DVR in the pitch.
Now that's $1.9 billion, just so.
True. Yeah.
$1 billion.
He $1 million.
I'm saying to you on camera, I wouldn't miss a pitch, but I'm probably full of shit. So yeah, I'd probably take the Powerball ticket on that. Yeah.
Roger, you speak Chuck's language. You were the first one to get to 2 points. Ross, would Chuck miss a Guardians pitch if it meant the Knicks and the Jets, his favorite basketball and football team, would win a championship next season?
Oh no. Hell no.
He would watch the Guardians pitch.
Yeah. Totally.
Let's see what he says.
Yes.
Yes, he would miss the pitch.
Ah.
A tough game, but there's still a lot of games to be played. So, Sherry, you are up.
Yes.
Would Chuck miss an entire Guardians game? Now, we're not talking a pitch, we're saying the entire game. But in return, Jose Ramirez would take him and 10 of his friends or family to a pizza/bowling party.
He's not going to miss the game for that.
All right, let's see if you're right.
No, I'll never. As much as I want to meet Jose Ramirez, and I'll do anything to meet him.
Sherry, you got that one right. Good job. Yes, you're on a roll here. Let's see if you can get this one right. Would Chuck miss a pitch if it meant he was assured to live to 100 years old with no serious diseases?
No, he's not missing a pitch.
All right, let's see this one. See what he said.
Yeah, I'd probably miss a pitch if it meant me living a longer life. Yeah.
But keep in mind, he wouldn't miss a pitch to have dinner with his wife for his anniversary.
I figured he wouldn't miss a pitch if he dropped dead watching a World Series strikeout. He'd be.
All right, so Jess, you are still at 1 point, but like I said,
Fine.
it's a good game.
All right.
Fine. Yeah, and wear a Guardian shirt too. At that.
You're at 2 points, and right. They should have kept better score. 2 points. Okay. Here we go. Where are we at? Okay, Roger, you're up. Would Chuck miss a Guardians pitch if it meant next season he got to have multiple meetings with Tito and Mike Chernoff to advise them regularly?
Oh man. Yeah, boy. I watch Chuck and I watch baseball together on Twitter, and I'll watch Chuck in June lose his mind. Over a pitching change man, I think he'd like to have Tito's ear. I think he'd sacrifice a pitch to have Tito's ear once in a while.
All right.
I'm going to say, yeah.
He wants those meetings. Let's see if you're right.
No, because they don't need. They're doing just fine.
I don't believe him. I think he's fibbing.
All right, Ross. Okay. Chuck is told that he's going blind and would be completely blind in a year's time. Would he miss a pitch to be magically cured of his blindness and go back to perfect vision?
Yes, he'd miss a pitch for that.
All right. See if you're right.
If I don't take the deal, then I won't be able to watch Future Vision.
Yeah. Is that a knock on Hammy?
Yes, I think it is.
I think so.
I think that's him hating on Hammy.
That's a good point. Okay, Sherry, you're up.
Okay.
Would Chuck watch a pitch? This is a little different. Would he watch a pitch, but by watching the pitch, it meant that he had to take a load to his face from Hedges?
What? Do I have to cancel the show?
I don't know how to respond to that. Can you
I'm the
repeat
HR
the
person,
question?
right?
Can you repeat the question,
By
please?
watching the pitch, it means he's going to get ejaculated on by Hedges into his face.
I think he's going to take one for the team and watch the game.
Let's see what he says.
I choose Guardians over alcohol any day or night.
Oh. Somehow I missed the answer to that one. Bad job editing this. You were right, though. He did say he would take the load.
The next video.
All right. Jess, you got a little clue here, but that's fair. Would he watch a Guardians pitch? But by watching it, it meant he could never enjoy a sip of scotch, his favorite drink, or any alcoholic beverage for the rest of his life.
I actually wasn't listening to what he was saying that clearly. So you're saying if he drinks, he won't be able to drink, or if he watches the game, he won't be able to drink scotch anymore?
He won't be able to drink any alcohol, including scotch, for the remainder of his life.
I think that he'll watch the game.
All right. Let's find out.
I could live. I would. That's not even close.
He did say he would. Alcohol is not even close. He would watch the pitch. So, Jess, you get a point there. All right. I think it's tied to. Everyone has 2. Is that my right?
That's 3.
Yeah, but I went first, so
Jess is 3.
I was told there'd be no math on Dawg Chug.
Okay. Next, Roger, you're up. Would Chuck watch a Guardians pitch, but by watching it, it meant his penis would fall off and he'd never be able to achieve sexual gratification for the remainder of his life?
So we're talking about losing not only appendages, but very important ones. Or missing a pitch.
That's just
I think he's going to
Roger.
keep the unit, and I think he's going to miss the pitch.
Let's see what he said.
No, because that means I won't be able to have kids.
There you go. All about pollination.
We need Chuck Jr. That's
Pollination.
We need Chuck to reproduce.
All right. Roger, you got another point.
Yes.
Okay. Ross, you are up. Would you miss the final Guardians pitch of a close game to call the fire department to prevent his house from burning down?
No, he wouldn't.
He would let his house burn down, is what you're saying.
No, he's gonna wait till the game's over.
All right, let's see what he said.
So this is actually happened because I would just at least attempt it. Whatever happens, happens.
Did not
There you go.
expect that. That's wild.
Okay. Jerry, it's a close game, so focus, concentrate, do whatever
Yes,
you got to
sir.
do.
I'm in.
Would you miss a Guardians pitch if it meant your OCD tendencies and all the anxiety that comes with it would completely vanish for the remainder of your life?
I'm going to say no. He's not missing. He's not missing.
No, because this is as it's made me over the years. Who I am makes me tick. Like I'm already in my life.
Jerry got it all right. All right. Yes, this is the last question. So, last round for everyone. Would you miss a Guardians pitch? Would Chuck miss Guardians pitch to keep the Cleveland Guardians from leaving Cleveland?
keep them from leaving Cleveland.
Yes.
That's tough.
The Dolans are going to sell the team to another city, and if he misses a pitch, it means they will actually get to stay in Cleveland.
I mean, it's the same team, though, isn't it? I mean, he's fans of New York teams, so I'd say he's still going to watch the game.
All right, let's see what he says.
Yeah, the Guardians are nothing without, and I'm nothing without the Guardians being in Cleveland.
Ooh, you got that one wrong.
Ooh, man.
It's fine.
All
I knew
right,
it was my score wasn't that hot anyway, so it's fine.
Roger.
Yes.
Would Chuck miss a Guardians pitch if it meant that Chuck and his partner Zach were back on Network 2 and 6, and Chuck has the authority to call a meeting whenever he wants to?
No.
He's gonna miss he's gonna watch the pitch.
Best love them. You never know. Maybe we'll be together again. You never know, guys. But I would not miss a pitch. No way in hell would I miss a pitch. Sorry.
Network 2 and 6 can go fuck themselves. Got it.
Yeah, man. If he,
See what you did there.
All right, Ross, your final question: would Chuck miss a Guardians pitch if it meant that he gets unlimited free homage apparel for him and all of his friends for life?
No, he can wear any shirt he wants.
who wouldn't?
Love
Homage, you-
homage, and as much as I want my friends to make homage, no, I would not give up a pitch of Guardians baseball.
Ross, you got that
Wow.
correct. And finally, Sherry,
Okay.
would Chuck miss a Guardians pitch if it meant that he got to go on a road trip with Josh Naylor all the way from Jersey to Los Angeles?
He would not miss a pitch for that.
All right, let's see if you're right.
Does my wife get to go with us?
yeah, sure.
No, because I don't travel. Ever travel ever. I've never left New Jersey.
I love Chuck more than
All right. So
Chuck's the best.
I think we have a 3-way tie.
I only got one wrong.
Yeah, everyone has 4 points, I believe, unless I miscalculated.
I
We're going to go to our tiebreaker. We'll do it this way. Okay, the question is, and this is a number answer, so we're going to do it Price is Right. Jeez, I'm such a good game show host, everyone. Since COVID began about 2.5 years ago, how many times would Chuck estimate he took his wife out on a date? Sherry, we'll start with you.
I'm going to say he hasn't.
You're saying 0.
Correct.
Ross.
13.
13. Roger.
Jesus. I don't know, Ming. I'm going to say 1 special time.
1. All right, here we go.
My dream is to meet Tito.
Okay. His answer was that every time the Guardians have an off day is when he takes his wife out. So he would estimate that they went out 30 times since COVID.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Way off.
Wow, nice.
Way to go, Ross.
Who should have did an over-under on that?
Yep. Anyway,
That would have been
congratulations.
Ross walking away with the W.
Roger doing the sneaky 1 number over Sherry.
Right now.
Yeah, the Price is Right maneuver.
I've been watching the Cavs game. I wasn't. There he is.
Hey guys, how we doing?
Chuck.
Chuck, that was amazing. That was so much fun. Thank you for doing that last night.
Yeah, that was fun, man. That was awesome. I'm sorry about my answers could get a little crazy. Ross, happy birthday, brother. Many
Thanks.
more happy and healthy. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was fun. We should do that more often. We should come up with more questions and randomly put it in the show. That was a lot of fun.
There were a lot of questions that Chuck asked me to ask because they got a little too.
Yeah, there were a few we took out. There were a few. Yeah. The 3-way one we took out.
But you kept the load in the face.
Yeah,
And his parents?
Yeah,
That was
looking
very,
back
I
on
guess,
that
that's
question,
most
I probably
inappropriate
wouldn't
one.
take the load looking back on it.
Well,
Hey,
you know
Chuck. Chuck, I was saying he's a man of integrity. He's a man of he would take care of his family for generations. You're like, nah, take the dough,
He
man.
misses
I'm
the
going to get me a
Guardians too much.
lowrider, get me a chop top. You,
But that is true,
I
though. I've never. So our dates, like I take out my wife on every off day we've had. Like, basically, when we look at the schedule, like a week or 2 in advance, and whenever they have an off day, that's when we have a date night.
Nice.
Like usually
that's
we go to the-
beautiful.
Yeah, usually we go to the movies or dinner.
I'm
And
going to take.
if there's a postpone, if there's a rain out, we rent the movie. That's usually what we do.
I'm going to do the same thing with my wife. Just come in baseball season, see how that goes.
Yeah, but it's actually it works out. It's because she watches like every game with me, but it works out because we literally we do go out a lot because there's like a lot of off days if you think about it during the year, so we do go out a lot. But it's solely based when they don't play. We have a date night.
We did have a bonus question in case something got screwed up.
Sure, let's do it.
Well, you've already answered this, but
Oh.
we'll see how everyone would think you answered. Excuse me. Would Chuck miss a pitch if it meant Tito himself would come to Chuck's Thanksgiving dinner every single year? Ross, since you won, what do you think Chuck answered on that one?
I'm going to say no because he doesn't want to feel stressed out hosting him.
He answered this so funny. He said, my dream is to meet Tito. So it sounded like he's like saying absolutely, but then he goes, I don't want to take him away from his family. So no, I don't want him.
Yeah, I remember I said that. Yeah. Thanksgiving, he needs to be with his grandkids and his kids.
That's what. Yeah. See, what a good guy you are.
That's awesome. Way to go.
Hey, Chuck, you need to get a Vespa and just go downtown and wait till a ball game ends and just cruise around 4th because he's there. You guys can ride together, man.
Yeah, so so this is true. I actually don't travel. I'm scared of flying, and so I don't travel ever. Like I haven't been on a plane in like 12 years.
I'm with you.
But if the Guardians make the World Series, I reserve my vacation week in case we make the World Series in November every year. So obviously they haven't made it in a few years. So then I just use it in the last week of December. I never travel, and I only go to the Yankee games and sometimes the Baltimore, and then when they play in Baltimore.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I don't like to travel. I get anxious.
Well, that was so much fun.
Right.
Thank you for doing that.
Thanks, Chuck.
Any Guardians news going on?
No Guardians news. We gotta set our 40-man roster for Rule 5 protection. Basically, anybody who's not protected, we can lose them in the Rule 5 draft. I believe that's November 15th. So we're gonna see some roster movement. I'm a little anxious. Just a little anxious thinking about it. I miss them terribly. It's like I'm walking on autopilot. Like the wind, like a strong breeze could blow me over. Like I don't feel the same confidence, the same conviction, the same strength walking around at work. I miss them badly, man.
That's absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Where can all of our fans see your next podcast?
So I think we got one on Sunday. Yeah, we got one on Sunday, I think.
Will you be taking a load from Hedges during that?
No. So I thought I said no, but looking back on it, I probably would not take the load. Looking back on it, I would not take the load.
Hey, no take backs. I get that point.
Yeah, but Andy, that was a lot. That was a great game. We got to play that again. And again, Ross, happy birthday, brother. Enjoy it, man. Have a special day.
All right, Chuck. Thank you, the great Chuck. Everyone, please go check out his podcast. He's awesome.
Chuck, thank you, sir.
Roger, you're the man, sir. Thank you.
Come back.
Thank you, Andy. Have a good night, guys.
Dawg Chug.
Yeah.
Peter.
Bye, Jessica. Bye, Sherry.
See ya.
Oh,
Man, I love Chuck. Hey, we should call that. How much pitches would a woodchuck miss if a woodchuck could get $1.9 trillion? Should be the name of that bit in the future.
That's great.
All right. Well, Jessica, thank you so much for playing. It was awesome having you on. Any score predictions for Sunday?
It's the Dolphins, right?
Yep.
Dolphins having a pretty good season, but I'm going to say the Browns are still going to win. And I'm not really good at the score predicting. I usually don't do well. But I'll say 24 to 13. We'll go with that.
13.
All
Love
right,
it.
put 1,000 on it.
We're going
man.
to shut Terry
$1,000
Hill down.
on it.
$1,000. I'm doing it now.
And we blame Jessica if you're wrong. All right,
Let's not
sounds
do
good.
that. Let's not do that.
Well, thank you for coming on, Jessica. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Next time we will.
Thank you, Jessica.
Love you back on.
Our content creator, contributor.
And Sherry,
Yes.
we're going to bring on our featured guest now.
Excellent.
Actually introduced, said that she'd be a great guest. So why don't you introduce her right now?
Okay. So a very near and dear person to my heart, who I love, who I met through Brown's Twitter, through all the adversity and turbulence, but it brought us together. Everybody, please welcome Lysandra from Denver, but originally from Cleveland. So just there she is.
There she is.
To the
All
dog.
right.
What's up, everybody? It's a pleasure to be on here and an honor. This is my first podcast, so I'm super excited.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us. We're super excited to have you on.
What do you think so far?
You guys
How
are
we doing?
you guys are a fun group of people. Like, just all of you are so fun. Like, I was sitting here cracking up. I didn't think that I would hear talk of ejaculation on my first podcast, but I was cracking up. I have like 12-year-old boy humor, so
Yeah, we aim to keep people on their toes.
I
Not the
snicker
first
at the
Dawg
dumbest
Chug
crap.
that we
So.
talked about that.
This is your first time hearing this, and it'll probably be your last because Network 216 probably just pulled the plug on us. But, what are you going to do? Anyway, so when did you leave Cleveland and move to Denver?
Yeah.
Well, I left Cleveland in '93 when I was a teenager. My parents moved me out here, and so I've kind of been out here ever since. But Yeah, I wasn't really happy about it. When I first found out that we were moving, my stepdad was moving because of his job with the government, and my mom told me, and I ran away to my friend's house up the street. I was always very, very just like anti-Denver for. I mean, I kind of still am in the sports manner, but I've always been just like I still love Cleveland, and I don't care how far away that I am from Cleveland. Like I always will love it, and I've always represented the Browns. It's very interesting out here in hostile territory. You know, I get tired of the John Elway and the drive jokes and the fumble jokes and all that, but I've stayed a loyal fan through it all. So
Nice.
yeah.
All right.
I
got a quick question, Andy. I saw that you posted the other day. You were talking with somebody, and you played hoops. Was that here, like in Cleveland, local, before you moved? Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah. So back in the day, I mean, I started playing basketball when I was about 10. I didn't even know how to make a layup, and I fell in love with the game, and I just started to study just, hoops in general. My stepdad told me about like the greats, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and even some of the old school basketball players. My mom used to go to like all the Cavs games in the 70s. So
there you go.
She's a big Cavs fan. So I started to study a lot of game film. I was really into watching the Cavs. I don't know if y'all remember in the 80s, Joe Tate, the announcer on the radio.
Of course.
Yes.
My mom loved him so much. She used to, he's the legend. We used to mute the TV, and she used to turn up the Joe Tate broadcast to watch the games. So I learned a lot, just kind of doing that. And I joined the basketball team at my school here in Cleveland, and I spent a whole summer going to the rec center every day and playing against the boys. And I became all right. I was pretty good. I was a shooting guard, and I was supposed to actually go to St. Joseph Academy before I was shipped out to Denver, and I was really bummed about it. So I came out to Denver, and the only thing I really had was basketball. So that I was the girl that played basketball. Nobody really knew who I was, so I kind of came into high school not knowing anybody. I think I had like my neighbor, and she was older than me. So I started school before her. She was like a sophomore. So I started school not knowing a single person. I went from a Catholic school of like 200 kids to like a public school of like 2,200 kids.
Wow.
That was a culture shock.
Big time.
Yeah. So basketball was like my outlet, and I played that. I got some hate, I guess, if you want to call it that. Like my husband, his sister and I played ball together in high school. And she told me I was just this chick out of nowhere that came in and made varsity and took people's spots that have been working their ass off at camp all summer. So she was like, we hate that bitch. So
awesome.
I mean, I've been a Cavs fan since like Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, Larry Nance, Hot Rod, all those guys, and Browns fan since I could remember. I got my Bernie Kosar on. Fun fact, I share a birthday with him, so I was like the coolest kid ever,
And I heard that jersey signed, which is amazing.
Yeah, my sister found it at a thrift store in Florida, and she got it for like $3.
That's just amazing.
Go around and show you.
Nice.
Kosar. I don't know if my butt is in the camera or if it is, but so I posted it on Twitter when I got it, and I don't know if I ever got a response from Bernie in regards to that, but there were tons of people that posted pictures of their Bernie autographs to authenticate it. So
all right.
Nice. Nice.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. I once scored a Kelly Holcomb jersey at the thrift store for $3.
No, I think
I remember Kelly Holcomb.
South Florida has the best thrift stores because everybody from like the Northeast moves down there, and they bring all their stuff with them
Great.
to retire, and they don't have space for it. I've gotten so much cool stuff.
That's cool.
Well, yeah. So, is it easy to watch Browns games in Denver? Has
It's
it been-
not. It's not. I actually have to go online and stream it. Almost never is there a Browns game on local TV here. As you know, it's because of the Broncos. So anything AFC West is going to be on our local TV here. So I have to pirate the games.
Jess also has that issue living in Oklahoma.
I
So
do.
Roger had to stream the play-by-play to her.
Yeah.
He did that one year.
Yeah,
last
I
year.
go online and I see the whole game, and I pretty much watch everything. I'm like I have like Red Zone on one screen, and then I have an iPad with like another game, and then the TV I have like the Browns going, so it's like a sports bar in my house on Sunday.
Nice.
I have the NFL Plus, which allows me to at least stream it like audio. So I at
Yeah.
least have that, but it's not as fun as watching.
It's
So,
hard.
It's harder.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least I have that. So
All right. Well,
it's
you
something.
both have to move back to Cleveland. It's very simple.
Well, I'm working on that. I actually, my husband is I told you guys he's a Broncos fan, but bless his heart, he wore a Browns jersey and sat with me in the dog pound and tailgated at the Muni with me and everything. So he's a great sport for that.
My husband's a Vikings fan, which he's very excited about their season, by the way. And he also wore a brown shirt when we went to the Chiefs game last year. He was a good sport and wear a brown shirt. So
Yeah,
good.
that's awesome.
All right. Well, let's play a little spit, sip, chug.
Yes.
I don't know if you know how to play this. It's very simple. I'm going to make a statement, and if you agree, you're going to chug your drink. You're drinking a Voodoo Ranger. What is it?
Voodoo Ranger IPA. It's just a regular
Good call.
Stuff.
Nice beverage.
So if you strongly agree, you're going to chug and explain why. If you strongly disagree, you're actually going to spit right on your floor.
I'm not much of a spitter.
I mean, neither is Roger, so it's fine.
I'm gonna grab a beer.
If you're in the middle somewhere and you can't really decide, you can sip and you can explain why. So we'll go around and we'll have a lot of fun. Roger, we're going to start with you because we always start with you.
Great.
Statement number one. If the Browns defeat the Miami Dolphins this weekend, the majority of Browns fans will lose their minds. The Browns are going to the playoffs this season.
I can't even sip on it. I can't even fake a sip on it. I got a chug on it. Because that's what Browns fans do. They're going to be on the radio. I'm going to be driving to University Circle. They're going to be on Ken Carmen talking about playoffs. They're going to be talking about the playoffs, and that's what happens. If the Browns win, automatically we're going to switch to playoff mode because all we got to do is go 2-1 when Watson comes back, and I've been listening to it all week. So, yeah, I'm chugging.
All right, Cherry.
Yeah, no. I'm going to chug. I'm with Roger.
All right. Love it.
Cheers.
Yeah, so this game, it's probably going to end up coming down to like a 60-yard field goal from our phenom, right? So it's literally if he hits the field goal or not. But if he hits it, Kevin Stefanski's going back to Coach of the Year, and if we miss it, he should be fired. That's literally the Browns fans' reaction. So I am chugging on this one as well. Lysandra.
I'm gonna have to chug.
Right.
And I'm gonna agree with Roger because that's what Browns fans do. But then on the football side of it, just in general, I just think that in the NFL, I think the teams that peak at the right time during the season are the ones that actually make it through the playoffs. There are teams that don't mesh all year, and then all of a sudden they just come out of nowhere and they're in the playoffs. I mean, the Browns were one game away from an AFC championship, a really shitty, non-helmet to helmet call, if everybody can recall that.
There you go.
So I believe that we have that momentum coming out of the bye week. We beat the Dolphins. Browns fans are going to go crazy because the closer we get to DW coming back and the Browns are vibing, that really gives us a chance. So
There you go.
All right. Jess.
I'm going to pull Roger. I'm going to sip on it. I'll tell you why.
There you go.
I'm going to sip because there's a lot of negative Nancy's out there. So I've muted a whole bunch of people this season already, so I'm tired of listening to their bitching. So I'm saying that there will be the people who think we're going to the playoffs, but there's a lot of negative ones out there. So I'm going to say it's not going to be
it'll be
a parade.
Got it. Russ?
That's pretty much it.
I'm chugging on it.
Right.
I mean, after 3 and 5, people were already saying playoffs too. They're like, "Oh, we got a chance. We only have like the easy part of our schedule's over with, but we still got this." No, trust me. We have one more win, 4 and 5. We've been in worse holes before, and people have talked themselves out of it.
All right. Moving on to statement number 2. No, Siri, you're gonna start this one. Browns decided not to trade Kareem Hunt. He will play a big role in our offensive success down the stretch for the remainder of this season.
Chug. That's a chug.
Whoa. She's going crazy.
You seem like you drank a lot there.
It was a lot, but it wasn't hot anymore.
All right.
I did it.
Yeah, so he hasn't really done much this season, but I think I think he is going to be featured prominently, and I think he's going to do great things. So I'm chugging on this one.
I'm chugging.
All right.
And I say that because
It's a fun group.
the closer that we get to getting our starting quarterback back, Kareem Hunt is a really good receiving back, and so I think that he'll be featured a lot more in the offense once Deshaun Watson is back.
Love it. Jess.
Absolutely.
I'm going to chug as well. I think they were hiding him a little bit at the beginning of the season, like, oh, he's not that good. You guys remember, we're not playing him. He's fine. No one wants to trade for him. No one wants that. No, they've been hiding him.
All right. Ross?
Oh, I'm going to sip. I think this is Nick Chubb's year to be the leading rusher in the league. He wants it. He made a fucking hype video where he actually talked. So, and he's got 10 touchdowns. It's his year, unfortunately, for Kareem, as much as I love the way he plays.
All right. Jess, why don't you go ahead and mute Ross for being a negative Nancy?
Saying Nick Chubb's going to have a lot of yards? That's not negative.
Roger.
You know what? I'm going to sip on it.
Oh,
Ooh,
I'm gonna
did not see that coming. Woo.
Because Kevin Stefanski's first 2 years, he ran the offense, especially his first year. He ran the offense through Kareem Hunt. He relied on Kareem Hunt. I think he has so many weapons at his disposal right now. I think when Deshaun Watson does come back, that it's going to be a lot of David Njoku. It's going to be a lot of Amari Cooper. I think Kareem Hunt, unfortunately, because I love Kareem Hunt, man. I love him. Jack loves the Cleveland Browns. My son, Jack Chooch, because of Kareem Hunt, he won the helmet at the football thing. I wish that Kareem Hunt would be here next year, but I think Kareem Hunt's days of being like the go-to guy in Cleveland are over, and Stefanski's going to use him as a necessity.
All right. Okay. All right, let's move on to statement number 3. The Cleveland Browns defense have played 2 very impressive games in a row against Baltimore and especially against Cincinnati. That trend will continue, and they will play a 3rd impressive game this week against the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to start on this one. And, listen, defense has been playing great. Our cornerbacks have been playing more man, and it's really been seeming to. Martin Emerson has been fantastic. my God. What's his name?
Newsome?
Greg Newsome has been phenomenal lately. Like he's had they're going to continue doing amazing. So I think they're going to really step it up. The defensive tackles for Miami are not very good. So I think we're going to get offensive tackles. Sorry. We're going to get home. We're going to put some pressure. They're going to do great. So I'm chugging. Lysandra.
I'm trying to do my homework a little bit.
We'll come back to you. Jess.
I'm a defense girl still, so I'm going to chug on it with a qualification. Those cornerbacks really need to stop Tyreek Hill because he's pretty elite. So if they can keep him under control, I think we'll be fine. That's my biggest concern is that part of it. Just he's pretty.
God. What the heck was that?
Everyone's like, is that my phone?
Tough task.
Yeah.
Ross?
Let them go. If they can stop Tyreek Hill, I think we'll be fine.
I'm spitting on this.
Oh.
All right, the Dolphins are every single game is a shootout, no matter what team they play, whether they win or lose. Even if our defense plays decent, they're not going to look like they played well. They're going to allow a lot of points. They're going to allow a lot of yards. Waddle and Tyreek Hill are top 5 in the league in receiving yards. So yeah, our defense. There's no way our defense steps up and stops those two guys because no one has.
All right.
And a bunch of not great quarterbacks have put up points against the Dolphins. So that's the only hope. It's going to be our offense beating their offense, not our defense beating their offense.
Ross, the sock boss, muted.
Negative.
Roger.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna sip on it because big surprise. I'm sipping, but it's gonna depict when you get what Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is open pre-game, let alone during the fucking game. He's open from the minute the ball snapped. If they can control him, you're not going to contain him, but if you control him, you can win this football game. Their quarterback, I can't pronounce his name. Go ahead. Somebody, I'll butcher it.
Tagovailoa.
There you go. He's a timing quarterback. If you get him off of his timing and you make him start moving around in the pocket, if Myles Garrett can get to him, but it all depends on one thing. What are they going to do with GOK? Is he going to shadow somebody in the middle? I'm sipping on it because right now they can't overrush because he's a timing quarterback, and it's all if they can contain Tyreek Hill.
All right. And did you say GOK?
Pardon?
He did.
Okay, I'm ready to answer now.
All right.
I'm gonna sip.
There you go.
Because I'm gonna kind of piggyback off of what Roger was saying. From what I know, Tua has one of the fastest releases in the NFL, and when you have fast receivers like Waddle and Hill, it starts at getting to the quarterback quickly. If we can get to the quarterback quickly, then we can at least help stop the bleeding, because I don't believe there's really any stopping Waddle and Hill together. I mean, I believe they both have 1,000 yards receiving already. So that's going to be hard. I think it's going to be a high scoring game on their end. And depending on how our offense performs, it could go either way for me. I really think the Browns can pull it off, but they really have to focus on getting to Tua very quickly.
Let me ask you one little follow-up question to that. If Myles Garrett plays like he did against Joe Burrow, what would that do? Would their offense be able to be efficient?
Well, I feel like being able to get to Tua faster and getting pressure on him gives our corners a little more time and our safeties a little more time to adjust to the speed of Waddle and Hill. So trying to keep the ball into his hands as much as possible, getting him kind of scrambling and letting the defense kind of adjust accordingly, I think. So,
all right. Sherry, what do you got for us?
I am going to say I'm a firm believer in the D is back. I'm going all in on him.
Nice. So you're chugging.
Yeah.
Chugging out of her hand. That's amazing. All right. We have 2 more. In 10 games, Donovan Mitchell has looked like an absolute stud for the Cleveland Cavaliers. At the end of the season, the fan consensus will be that he is the best player on the team. Cassandra, you're a big Cavs fan. We're going to start with you on this one.
I'm going to have to chug.
Nice.
She could pound some beer, huh? That a girl.
That's my last beer, so I'm going to make it, I'm going to go big or go home here.
Love it.
So, yeah, it just like how Browns, Cleveland fans in general, man, we found our guy. The Cavaliers, I feel, finally found an identity outside of the LeBron James run team. And so Donovan Mitchell was like really refreshing. He's excited to be in Cleveland. He came to Cleveland in what is it? He had like a Cavs shirt and a brownie, the elf hat. Like, that was awesome. So if he keeps balling out like he does, he's definitely going to be like the gem of Cleveland. It's a totally new era after LeBron, and the Cavaliers finally have an identity outside of LeBron. And I think that's awesome. So,
all right. Love it. Jess.
I haven't watched any Cavs games because I can't, and I'm not paying for another subscription for anything. So I'm not watching games, but I hear good things about this guy. I hear good things. So hopefully he can work with all the other guys who have been doing really good that, again, I've heard about. So people are very excited about the games. I would watch it. I used to play basketball as well. So like I would watch it, but I can't. So, but I think it'd be fun though.
They're probably going to start getting more national games. So hopefully you'll be able to watch a few of them.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
So you're sipping, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'll chug. Why not?
Nice.
Everyone's excited about him. I'll just chug.
There you go. Sip.
Ross.
Oh, I'm chugging.
Chugging.
I mean, he's already a few years into his career, even though he's young. He can put buckets up. He's making clutch shots. I mean, this year, yes, fans could be saying, "Oh yeah, he's the best Cav." I think in the future it's going to be Mobley, definitely. I mean, he's just way too gifted, way too talented. It's absurd. But right now, you can't deny what Mitchell's doing. He's incredible, and he's playing defense too. He's playing way more defense than he did in Utah.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. Like he's buying into whatever JB's preaching, and it's ridiculous.
I love it. Love it. Roger.
I'm chugging everything Ross said. Donovan Mitchell, it was a steal. I mean, Kobe Altman should be just crowned. They should build a statue for him right now for getting Donovan Mitchell for what he got him for. Everything Ross said, I'm chugging. Definitely, without a doubt, the best Cavalier in the uniform this year.
Sherry.
I'm going to chug, even though I haven't been able to watch a Cavs game yet this season. But I have been observing everybody's excitement and all the positive things coming from this very young and exciting team. So that gives me, a little happy tingle, if you will, toward they're going to be doing great things. So that's a chug.
All right.
Air chug.
Going to look. There are 4 guys that are all equally so amazing on this Cavs team, and to say Mitchell is better than the other 3, I'm not going to say that, but he definitely plays the most like a star player plays. He has amazing dunks. And, it's amazing shots from anywhere. He's phenomenal. I think the Cavs will endear themselves the most to him is scoring and everything. So I'm going to chug on this. But I love all 4 of these guys. It's such a special team that the Cavs have brewing. Love it.
Also, I'm happy for Kevin Love. I mean, good for him. He stuck around. He's like playing his best.
He's
basketball.
rejuvenated. He so awesome watching Kevin Love. There's so many guys on this team that I just absolutely love rooting for. It's so like the Guardians. Love it.
It is. Wait till Rubio comes back and they get to rest Mitchell. They get to rest Garland. And when JB puts all three of them on the floor with Mobley and Allen and says, go ahead and defend that, man, it's going to be crazy.
All right. The last question is a little bit of a silly one, but everyone's talking so much about Elon Musk and Twitter. So in your prediction, 1 year from now, Twitter will have more activity and be a better social media platform than it is today. Jess, we're going to start with you. And you did comment in the chat that you don't really know what's going on, so have at it.
Right. Well, I don't know about that. Everyone getting their little check marks. I don't care. I'm not paying for Twitter either. So if it improves in some way, that's cool. But I think it's gonna be the same cesspool it is now. So
all right.
I'm gonna spit on it, I guess.
All right.
I'm not a spitter either.
I'm sipping on it. I mean, the main reason Elon Musk is buying it is because of the user base. He doesn't give a shit what Twitter's used for. Let's be real. The nice thing about Twitter is you can scroll through it, get by people's quick comments, and get out of there. But that is not why he bought Twitter. And that's why I'm sipping. I don't know what the hell he wants to do with it. He might not even make it Twitter anymore. It's going to be called Twitter, but it's going to be used completely different because he just has however many million people are on it. He's not buying it for what it is. He's buying it for the users, and that's all that matters.
Roger.
Jesus, you know what, man? I didn't know. I'm going to chug on it. I'm going to chug. It's going to be the wild, wild, wild. You know who's pissed off and got their panties in a bunch? Is these people that say, so-and-so's out with a knee, and then so-and-so's out with a knee. And so, like, all the media people are, because they're on Twitter and they feel like they're the superiors. You know what I mean? And their blue check means something, that they have more information. They're just fucking guessing like the rest of us, man. You know what I mean? And I'm already fooled. I constantly retweet something from a fake account. John Hilberry gets me all the fucking time. So I got a front row seat to the fucking explosion that's going to be hopefully what I envision. So I'm chugging.
All right, Sherry.
Okay, I too am chugging because I approve of Elon Musk being an agent of chaos and turning everything upside down and inside out. And I mean, bringing comedy back to Twitter, because
right.
I mean,
unless someone's making fun of him.
Besides that, I mean, who cares? But like Roger said, with the whole checkmark thing, it was kind of like elitist, you know, like trying to separate us versus them. And I think it's very funny that anybody could be verified now. And I kind of like it. So you want to feel like good about yourself for a month? Give the man $8.
Right.
You could have that stupid little validating check next to your name and feel good about yourself. If that's what it is, congratulations, you know? I don't think it's a big deal. Elon is extremely smart. He is out of this world smart. And he just, like, to me, he's like the perfect, like, anti-hero.
I got news for Elon. I'll pay $10 a month for a fucking check. That's
Right?
my ego. Me and my ego.
Exactly.
Now we're going to tell you how
Right?
humble I am.
So I'm going to double chug on that one.
Oh, double chug from Sherry.
Double chug. And I'm going to flip the table over because I'm amped.
So for me, I think that part of Twitter's problem has just been they haven't really evolved the app. They haven't developed much. It's been stagnant. We have a trillion fake accounts, bot accounts. It's so easy to make like a troll account and then just troll someone. I want that all to go away. I want to know who I'm talking to. I want them to be real people. So I love the idea of being able to like say, I am a real person and I only want to interact with real people. So I love the vision.
Yes.
I got my little check mark today. It wasn't because I want to feel cool. It was just because I believe in the vision of what he's trying to do.
Oh yeah,
If it
that's
cleans
awesome.
I know there's a lot of skepticism out there, but I am a Tesla owner, and it's my favorite car that I've ever owned. I don't think I will ever have a car that's not a Tesla because it's just the best car that I've ever driven it. Period. His SpaceX thing is amazing. This guy, whatever he touches, he has a vision and he executes. I'm a huge fan, like Sherry. So I'm excited to see what happens with this dumb app.
He did help develop reusable rockets. That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Like
It was like $1 billion to send a
yeah.
rocket.
Do you guys remember the old space shuttles? You know, the rockets would fall off and just like discard into the ocean. This thing parks itself back on a platform. How can you not love what he put his money to? Maybe he didn't develop that. Who cares? He's part of it, and that's amazing.
All right. Lysandra, how would you answer this one?
I think I'm gonna sip because I'm like back and forth, and because I ran out of beer, so I got water. I'll hydrate.
The Dawg Chug will do that to you. We'll
Yeah.
make you run out of fucking beer.
We dehydrate people on the regular.
You gotta bring an extra. I have 7.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sip because I think that there is a positive to verifying people. Like you were saying, Andy, you want to know who you're talking to. The going joke, as Sherry knows, with Spider on Twitter. Everybody knows Brown Spider. I met him at the tailgate, and he used to call me Catfish. So, and that was kind of the going joke. So, I'm not a catfish, as you all know. And I don't know. Like I said, I think it's a plus because we have people verifying their identity and everything. And then on the flip side, the average Joe doesn't really want to fork out the money for that. So, I think that it is. I had posted something earlier to check mark or not to check mark, and I feel like if you want to use your Twitter platform for something like a podcast or just to promote yourself or your business, I think a check mark is essential. But for the average Joe, but I do think that it will at some point it will improve the content and decrease the bots. And that's also as long, but that's the thing. That also is as long as they have a valid, legit verification process. Because I think I read something online that somebody verified themselves as Adam Schefter and then reported that Josh McDaniel was fired. So you got to make sure
Great stuff, man.
You gotta make sure that you got all your ducks in a row if you're gonna make people verify their identity and make it actually legit. And that's gonna be setting up a whole other platform and a whole other thing. So that $8 a month, yeah, that's gonna be towards the upkeep and security of your data at that point.
All right. It's the wild, wild west, and there's a lot to figure out.
I thought there was gonna be no math involved.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right. Let's move on to our final little bit here.
I got something to say, Andy. The truth of the matter is on that, I think you know this story. When I met my wife, we both got our income tax checks at first. She's like, let's invest in Tesla. I said, get the hell out of here. We're not investing in the stock market. So now, actually, with the blue check thing, I'm going to have to go through her with that.
It's not really a good day to tell that story because Tesla's like in the shitter right now. It's lower than it's been in a very long time. But anyway, still would have been up from when you could have invested. But anyway, let's move on to our final segment. It's getting late in the show. We're going to have some fun here. We are in a pool, Lysandra, that we have to pick 5 games, college, NFL, whatever. And we're going to go around. We're all going to pick a game. And if we all get them right, we're going to split up to $1,700.
Whoa. Okay. What are we doing now? Can you you peeked on my attention?
We're going to pick a game against the spread. So the Browns Miami games right now we're plus 3.5. So you can take the Browns plus 3.5, and if you hit that, then we're 1/5 of the way to the 5 of us hitting. And if we all hit, like I said, we get to split up to $1,700, depending on how many winners there are. 2 weeks ago, we actually went. We were 4-0. And it all came down to Sherry's game, and she got influenced by a Bengals fan, unfortunately. And the team he told you to pick lost.
Strong armed me.
He strong-armed you. So we went 4-1. Last week, though, we did really, really good. We actually amazing. We've never gone 5-0. We've never won. But last week we managed to go 0-5.
Wow.
5
of our picks lost. Amazing.
So that means we have to
The
have a
NFL doesn't
parade.
know what's happening this year. It's so drunk.
We should get money for that.
If we had picked the opposite of all of our picks for the year, we'd be up, I think, 2 winners won, so we would be the third winner. So we would have won 1/3 of $1,700. So anyway, we're going to see how we do this week. We're due, I think. Yeah. So because, Lysandra, you're the guest, we're going to let you pick first. So
Do I give her a schedule?
you can
Well,
just,
if you know any games, just
I can give you the spread, whatever you want.
Okay, so for NFL games this week,
Well,
I could pick like any game.
Any
Yeah.
game.
with the spread.
Yeah, I'll tell you the spread, and you can say what side you on. Or
Okay,
I forgot to tell her that.
Cowboys and Packers.
all right. Check.
Yeah. Which team?
Hold on, I'm trying to get the.
Yeah, -5 on FanDuel.
I got, 5, -5.
It's
Or
actually
Cowboys -5.
Green Bay is
+5.
Giving, is getting 4.5. Sorry.
Oh, I want to pick. I'm
So
gonna
if you
pick
take the Cowboys, you're giving 4.5.
I
So
want
they have by 5.
Cowboys.
Cowboys, it is.
Good pick.
Here we go. Put this in. Sorry. Okay, Sherry. And if you want to work with Jessica to come up with a pick, feel free.
Oh,
That way you guys are both involved.
you know what I'm going to say because we spoke about this earlier tonight.
I forgot.
I'm going to go with the Browns over the Dolphins.
Browns over the Dolphins. Jess, do you approve of that pick?
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good one. What's Browns to win?
Browns are getting 3.5 points. All right, Roger,
It's on me, huh?
on you.
All right. I'm going to take, you know what? I'm going to take Chicago -3.
Okay, they're actually -2.5, so you get a little bit of a bonus there.
Is it 3.5? See, that half point will kill you. That's how I lost this
2.5.
past week.
If they win by field goal, you win.
Okay. That's what I'll take.
All right, Ross, you are picking the Titans, I see.
Yeah, Titans over Broncos.
Okay, Titans are also
Good.
getting 2.5, and we went with 4 NFL games. I've been getting killed on the NFL lately, so I'm going back to college. I am taking Central Michigan.
Good pick. Good bet right there.
I can find them. Where are you?
We're going to win one this year. I can feel it.
I think we have what 2 or 3 weeks of 4-1.
I don't know. I don't see Central Michigan. All right, let me pick another game. I'm taking the. Am I doing this? I'm going to take the Vikings getting 6.5 against Buffalo because, let's be honest, Josh Allen ain't playing this week.
No, he's not playing this week.
Or he shouldn't.
Right.
Okay, so that's
That's it.
5 games, and if we all hit, like I said, we can split up to $1,700. We'll divvy that money up between the 6 of us.
Nice.
Beautiful.
You're so generous.
All right. Well, that is everything that we had planned. We have a big game. Like I said, if we win this game, Kevin's Fancy's Coach of the Year. If we lose this game, he should be fired. So, what's going to happen on Sunday, Lysandra? You're our featured guest. You have the answers. Let's hear the answers.
It's going to be hard to pull this one off. I am always like pro Browns, but this one's definitely going to be a hard one to pull off. If we can at least slow down Waddle and Hill, I think we have a chance. I think that this game has potential to be high scoring. So I think the Browns are going to squeak by. They're going to give us another cardiac kid moment.
Nice.
Yep.
Beautiful. I love it.
All right. Well, let's go. I mean, we got to win this one. We have to win this one. Is what I'm saying. So anyway, let's all drink to winning this one. Chuck, thank you so much for coming on. That
Chuck.
was we got to do that again.
Everyone, man.
And thank you for all of you.
Cheers.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime, come back, please.
Go
Sure.
Browns.